Social media, I think everybody's expecting to hear like the thing that's going to make them understand it, right? It's kind of a confusing space. And so I get this question all the time, Stephanie, how can you make me understand this? Tell me something I don't know. And I'm like, listen, I actually have to tell you something you do know to really understand this space. So we're going to start there. How many people in this room know what it means to have a repeat customer that you value? I mean, raise your hand. That's a big deal, right? That's a big business, right? Okay. How did you get there? It took some time, you had to build a relationship, but ultimately it paid off, right? We know this, it's about relationships. But for some reason, nobody makes that connection when they talk about social media. They don't know that these are tools to build relationships. And as a social media strategist, that's my biggest frustration, is I sit with these brilliant business managers and marketing managers and CEOs, and I know they've worked really, really hard to build relationships, and then we get to, okay, now how are you going to like expand on that? And social media, they're like, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what these things are. So I get frustrated. I get frustrated because I think we're a little seduced by what's in this jar right here. So I am going to refer to Facebook for the purpose of this presentation as the F word. Because it really is the F word. We've been duped. We've really been duped to believe that it's all about what's in this jar. There's something bigger going on, and it's really about relationships. So I'm kind of known for running social experiments, and I'm always open for a challenge, and I'm going to run one on myself today, and you guys are going to help me do this. For the length of this presentation, I'm going to try really hard not to say anything in this jar. I'm not going to say the F word. I'm not going to say any of those other words. And to help me do this, who's going to play like slots today? Just raise your hand. Anybody going to play like any kind of slots? Okay, you. All right, Mary. You're going to count. You're going to get to put quarters in the jar if I screw up. If I say any of those words, and you get to keep them. And go ahead and throw one in right now. So everybody hears it. All right, there you go. So that's how we're going to do this. So the way that social media has changed what's going on in terms of the way that we market our business, it used to be that we would cast this huge wide net, right? We would put up a billboard and we would hope that the eyeballs, the right eyeballs would go by, go, yeah, I need that product or service. Social media has gone like this, boom. You can actually use it to find the exact right person that you want to be in business with. And you can replicate the relationships that you already have. Like, you know what it took to build that repeat customer or the vendor that you just totally rely on, or the employee. You know what it took to build them. And there's certain qualifications and personality traits and things that are important to them that you know that if you could replicate that, you would do more business. You would do better business. So you use those things and you laser focus using these tools to find the exact right person. Now, I said I was going to talk about what you guys already know. Like, you people in this room, honestly, you don't know it yet, but you're social media mavens. You can gladly go home and go, look, I was told I was a social media expert, so ha ha ha, I know more than you. And why that is it's really no different than event marketing. Social media is used to create an experience. The F word, it's nothing more than the biggest party online. It's an experience. That's all it is. Now, is anybody in a bad mood after watching that? I've seen it a million times. I'm fascinated by these flash mobs, by the way. And every time I watch it, I get goosebumps. It's so positive. And if for those of you that it wasn't, and you're going to blame me for having that song in your head later, sorry. That's all I can say. So what's going on in there? Like, just blurt out things. What's happening in that video and how it could maybe be similar to what social media is? Anyone? Come on.
Start small. Discovery.
Huh?
Following. Contagious.
Exactly. Positive energy is contagious. That's one thing.
People join in.
Right. People join in. Why did they join in?
It was fun.
Nobody's forcing them. Nobody's selling. Nobody pulled them along. It was just positive. It was what?
It feels good.
Feels good, right?
They wanted to be part of it.
Right. Looks good. It's funny at the beginning how they're like, what is going on here? Which is kind of the social media space too. But ultimately, it's all positive energy. That's it. That's the secret. I'm going to demystify the space right now. If you can create positive energy online using social media, you'll win. That's it. Take it a step further and think mutual. Think about, like, why would people be interested and what's the mutual exchange? That's how things go viral, right? If I produce something that's fun and attach my name to it, and I'm a kid that wants to be known as cool, and I pass that around and all my friends go, hey, you're cool. Where'd you get that good content? That's viral. That's how things happen. Demonstrate what the other strategy that's going to work in the social media space. I need 2 volunteers. And I need, how many people, just to show of hands, are sitting next to someone they've known for a long time, they really admire? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Who? Will you 2 come up? You 2? Sure. Yeah? Or they can too. Either way. The 2 that know each other, though. I need 2 people that know each other. Okay. Come on up. I won't bite. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to just introduce yourself to the audience, like 30 seconds, whatever. Hi. Well, you can tell them anything you want.
My name is Tamara Devlin, and I'm a first-timer here at the CEMA Summit, and I work for VeriSign.
Great. Same thing. You do the same thing.
Hi, I'm Kristen Chris. I also work at VeriSign. I'm an event manager and also a first-timer.
Okay. Now, yeah, great. Lovely volunteers. Now I want you to introduce her, and then vice versa. You're going to do the same.
Hi, this is Kristen Christ. She was an event manager at VeriSign. This is her first time at the CEMA Summit, and I've known her for approximately 3 years.
Okay.
Hi, this is Tamara Devlin, a fabulous event manager from VeriSign. She's been at VeriSign for 4 years, and we've worked together for 3.
Great. Thank you guys very much. Okay. What was more interesting? Them doing their own introductions or the second group? Second. Right? Because you're not going to walk through the room. Nobody's going to believe you when you walk through the room and say, hey, I'm wonderful and fantastic. You should know me. It's better if you allow someone else to do that, right? You do this online. This is what it's all about. Facilitating introductions, using the tools to inspire other people to be interested in what you're doing and let them do the dirty work for you. Let them go out and tell people. What is that? We all know that as word of mouth marketing. We know this stuff, you guys. We know what people are doing online to be successful. So here's another kind of misconception. I think people, when they think about social media, they think about, oh, I'm going to use it to promote my business. It's a push. Another kind of misconception. I think people, when they think about social media, they think about, oh, I'm going to use it to promote my business. It's a push tool. I'm going to push my message out. Push, 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 push. Not true. You should be using it to pull information, pull your customers in, pull new clientele, find vendors, find people that are going to work for your company. Every single one of the dirty word sites has a search tool that you can find people. Remember, if you go back, I said that you can kind of mimic the relationships that are working for you, your vendors, your repeat business. You can kind of like start to think, oh, I know these people are interested in this. Let me plug in some keywords. I know they're always going to have this title. This one, the biggest one here, is fantastic. If you're intimidated by the space at all, you should really play here and start pulling the right information and finding people that you can connect with, because you can drill it down in so many different ways. You can find people by zip code, you can find people by title, keywords, and build up these relationships and get them working to be interested in what you're doing and promote what you're doing. But they all have it, and this is really important. It's super, super important to be able to understand that this pull thing is actually more important than the push.